Greetings, greetings, greetings. I hope you are well. I hope you are keeping safe. My name is Erick. I'm so delighted to speak to you today. Today we are not preaching. We just want to learn a language. I want us to learn a new language, Arabic language. You know, it's so important to learn a different language. When the children of Israel went to Babylon, their first task was to be taught the Aramaic language, the scholarly language of that land. So it's important. Even Apostle Paul, his penetration was made very easy because of knowing another language. So it's important to know a language. And the language that is so closer to us is Arabic, because most of East Africans, they speak Swahili. And Swahili is a blend of Arabic and Pokomo local language. So today we shall look at Arabic, the language of Arabic. You know, Arabic language is written and read from right to left. From right to left. And our English and Swahili, we write it and read it from left to right. Just like driving. When you are driving in Africa or East Africa, it's always keep left. But when you are driving in Europe and in Asia, it's always keep right. So even them, you are writing from right to left, not from left to right. Arabic language or Arabic alphabet are 28. They are 28 in number. They are called Abjadiya. Al-Abjadiya. The alphabetic language, 28 alphabetic language of Arabic. It is important to note these alphabets, they keep on changing in shape. They are just like a Japanese language. When you are looking at Japanese alphabet, also they change in shape. So there is one that denotes, or there is how it is written when it is in the left. Also when it's written in the right, and also when it is written in the middle. It keep on conform to a different pattern. Not like English and Swahili. When you write, the difference is just capital and small. But here, this alphabet keep on changing. It's important also to note there are words that are not found in Arabic alphabet, like P. So when people like Paul, when they go to Arabic world, they will hear ball. And we think that these people, they don't know what they're talking. It's only that they don't have the alphabet Pa or P. So, in their place, they use Ba. So let me just go through, take you through the alphabet. We have Alif. We have Ba, Ta, Ta, Jim. Ha, Kha, Dal, Dal, Ra, Zay, Sin, Shin, Dad, Duat, Ta, Da, Ain, Gain, Fa, Gaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Wow, Ya. Allow me to repeat. Alif, Ba, Ta, Ta, Jim, A, Ka, Dal, Dal, Ra, Zay, Sin, Shin, Dad, Sad, Ta, Da, Ain, Ghain, Fa, Gaf, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Wow, Ya. So there are three alphabets that keep on, you cannot find them in alphabetic order of Arabic language. I've said Pa or Pu. So the place, they use Ba. So when the place of Ba, you hear Pa. Pa, you hear Ba. And also, you hear place of Va. Fa. I've just said Gain Fa. You hear Va. So any word that has Va, you hear far. That is how it is. There is no go for girl. There is gym. So where there is go, you will hear gym. So I hope we are in order. And in numbers, we have Wahed, Ithnin, Telata, Arba, Khamsa, Sita, Saba, Temania, Tisa, Ashara. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now let's go to salutation. Salutation. Hello. When you meet someone on the street or you bump into each other, how do you greet them? Hello is marhaba. Hello. Hello. Marhaba. Good evening. Masal khair. Masal khair. Good morning. Sabal khair. These are common. You hear them so much on our radio station and television. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How do you say nice to meet you? You have just met someone. You have been introduced to someone. Now, you are changing those greetings. How do you say nice to meet you? You say Fursa Saida. Fursa Saida. How are you? How are you? How are you? Niaje. You say Kaif Halak. Kaif Halak. Kaif is how. Kaif Halak. And this is what you'll hear so much in the Middle East. Kaif Halak. Kaif Halak. Is how are you? Greetings is Maraheb. Now, what is your name? What is your name? You can say Shenu Ismak or Ismak Anta. Shenu Ismak or Ismak Anta. How do you respond? Or when you say, do you speak English here? Do you speak English? You say, Tet Kalamu Englishia. Tet Kalamu Englishia. Do you speak English? Those what, when you want to say what, you say Shenu or Shu. When you want to say who, you say Menu or Min. That's why you hear Min Anta. Why? Leish. Leish. You know they like so much those being surprised. So when they hear someone want to express, you'll say Leish. Leish. Why? Why? Like now, the death of that man, Ojuang. People are now asking Leish, why? Why? Why did he have to die that painful death? Leish. Leish. Where? You say Wayne. When you want to ask someone, how do I get to? How do I get to? Maybe the market. You say, Kef awasale suku. Kef awasale suku. Market is called suk. Kef awasale suku. How do I get to the house? Kef awasale beiti. Kef awasale beiti. How do I go to my house? House is called beit. When you want to ask direction, is this the way to? Is this the way to? You can say, Earth, El Tarek, Ayawa Saleh. Earth, El Tarek, Ayawa Saleh. Is this the way to? Maybe airport. Airport is called Matar. Is this the way to airport? At El Tarek, Yawasale, Matar. When now people are, there is a lot of challenges going to the CBD. I wanted to go to town, but when I look at the social media, the heavy presence of police and a lot of demonstration, I had to suspend. So when you want to call someone and ask him, is it safe? Is it safe? You say Earth, Amin. Earth, Amin. Or Earth, Amin. Earth, Amin. Amin. Earth, Amin. Is it safe? When you want to ask, is it dangerous? Yes. Eighth, hatari. Hatari. Just as Kiswahili we say hatari. Now there we say hatari. Eighth, hatari. Where can I buy? Where can I buy food? Where can I buy a car? Where can I buy a bag? Where can I buy football? How do you say? You say when Agdar Ashti. When I've just told you, when you want to ask where, you say when Agdar Ashti. Kura. Ball is called kura in Arabic. Kura. When you want to buy maybe a table is called tawila. When you want to buy a seat, you can say kursi. When you want to say what is the cost? What is the cost? Kam el sia. Kam el sia. Or you just ask kam. When you go to the dukan, to the shop, you just ask kam. They will know what you want. Kam. They know it's how much. Kam. When you board a taxi, you just say kam. They know how much. Kam. How much? Kam. Where are you? You ask your friend, where are you? You say, Wyneck, where are you? You have gone to a place, to a hotel. You are hard-pressed. You want to go for the call. How do you ask the direction to the bathroom? You say, Wayne, amam. You know, Arabic or those Arabic houses, they use bathroom and toilet for one. I believe you understand. They don't use toilets that we use. So their bathrooms are made in a way that they have those sprinkled waters. So you use Wain al Hammam. Where is the bathroom? When you ask someone, how much is the rent of this place? How much is the rent of this place? Very easy. You just ask, Kam al Ijar. Kam al Ijar. Kam, I've told you, is how much? Kam. But you'll hear some people say Kamfulus. Kamfulus. How much? Kamfulus. How much? When you have seen someone struggling, he needs help, how can you ask for help? Can I help you? You can say Agdar Asaidak. Agdar Asaidak. How can I help you? How can I relieve your pain? When you are asking, what's up? What's up? How are you? You can say Shul or Akbar. Shul Akbar. Akbar is just up. See you tomorrow. How do you say see you tomorrow? Ashuf. Ashufuk. See you tomorrow. Come tomorrow. You can say Bukra. Come tomorrow. Of course. When you want to tell someone, of course, what do you say? Taban. Taban. Of course. Now, let us go to the common one that we use. When you want to tell someone yes, how do you tell someone yes? You just say Naam. Yes. When you concur with someone, you just say Naam. When you are not in agreement with them, you say La. 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 Or you can say Mafi Mushkila. I know this is now a common word, because there is a musician in Kenya called Steve Osiboboy. He sang about Mafi Mushkila. It's simply, I don't agree with it. No, I don't agree with it. Like now what is happening in Kenya, extrajudicial killing, Mafi Mushkila. La, we don't agree with that. When I want to tell someone I don't know Arabic, Maktalamu Arabi. Maktalamu Arabi. I don't know anything. I can say Marif or Madi. Madri. Mahdi is a figure, messiah figure in Quran. But when you say, I don't know, it's Madri, not Mahdi, Madri. Okay? Now someone has done something good to you. What do? How do you respond? How does you express your gratitude? You say shukran. Thank you, shukran. Now, someone has come too much. Someone is on your throne, on your throat. How do you say, please stop? You say, La Samat, please, I don't want you to go in that direction. You say, La Samat. Now, stop. You will find Tawakaf. Tawakaf, stop. And we'll get so much written, Tawakaf, stop. Stop, Tawakaf, stop. Sorry, Asif. And you have seen most of my video, especially in Swahili. I pen off by saying, Masalam. You have noticed in all of my Swahili videos, I have penned off by the word Masalam. Masalam is simply goodbye. Goodbye. Masalam. Now, you want to be excused. You want to be excused. You can just use the same please. Lausamat. Excuse me. Lausamat. Now, my name. Everyone has a name. How do you say my name? You can say it's me. It's me, Erick. It's me. It's name. Then when you want to make it your name, you say E. In every word in Arabic, when you want to possess it, you add E. That's why Jesus cried on the cross when he was about to breathe his last. He said that, Eloi, Eloi. Eloi means El is God. Then when you add Eli, I means my God. Eli. Eli, Eli. So even when you want to possess, like maybe a car, you want to tell someone, this is my car, you add I to it. You say, Sayarati. Sayarati, my car. When you want to say anything in Arabic, you want to possess it, you add E to it. When it is about book, you can say Kitabi. When you say Kitabi, we know it's your book. When you say pen, Kalam. When you want to possess it, you say Kalami. It becomes yours. And when you want to say am, in Arabic, also there is a word. When I want to say I say Ana. I'm a boy. Ana Rajul. Now your friend is sick. How do you say your friend is sick? You say Sadiki, married. You can say Rafiki, Sadiki, or you can say Abib. You know there are songs that have been sung about Abib. When you say Abib, it's a friend. When you want to say my friend, you say Abibi, or Sadiki, or Rafiki, married. My friend is sick. Now the pain is here. You want to say where it is, where you feel the pain. You say Alama huna. Huna is here. Huna. Unaka. Una. The pain is here. I need a doctor. Ataj Tabib. Ataj Tabib. Doctor is Tabib. I'll be showing you about those career. Hamalu, my profession. Tamalu is work. So the doctor is Tabib. I have a fever. Your friend has a fever. Ende huma. Then help. You say Saiduna. Now, the hospital. How do you say, where's the hospital? Remember what I told you about those, when you want to suggest something. You say, when al-mustashfa. Hospital in Arabic is called mustashfa. Mustashfa. The big hospital is called Mustashfa. What is the time? What is the time? Kam al-Sa. Kam al-Sa. What is this? Someone has done something that you cannot fathom. The first expression should be Shenu Ada. Shenu Ada. Now, let's look at days. Let's look at days. How do you say days? Today. Today you say Aliyom. Aliyom fi darasa. Aliyom fi darasa. Today in the class. Aliyom is today. When I want to say tomorrow, how do I? Yesterday. I say arms. Arms. Tomorrow, arms. Yesterday, sorry, arms. Tomorrow is Gadan. See you tomorrow. Gadan. What about a week? Last week was so heavy. How do we say a week? It's called Usbua. Usbua is a week. When I want to tell someone there are 7 days in a week, there are 7 days in a week. How do we say it? Unaka. We have Unaka. I told you Una and Unaka, you can use them. Unaka Sabatu, Ayam Fihal. Unaka, there are 7 Sabatu. Saba. You remember I told you Wahed, Ithnin, Telata, Arba, Kamsa, Sita, Saba. So there are 7 Sabatu. There are 7 days in a week. Unaka Sabatu Ayam Fihal. What about a year? How do we say a year? You say Sana. A year, Sana. Seconds. How do we say second? Tania. The word for second in Arabic is Tania. What about minute? Minute is dakika. But because of the pronunciation, you will hear most of them say dagiga. Dagiga. But it's simply dakika. The way we use it in Swahili. When I want to tell someone, give me a minute, it's just dakika. Dakika wahed. 1 minute dakika. What about 1 hour? 1 hour is sa. 1 hour is sa. And I want to spot the difference between hour and clock. Hour is sa. Clock is saha. 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 The end of ain. Okay? Saha. What about the clock? The o'clock. 7 o'clock. How do we say? We say asaha. Asaha. Now, the calendar. How do we say calendar in Arabic? We say takwim. Takwim. Here we use takwim for statistics. But then they use calendar as a takwim. As we use it to express or to demonstrate our plans, our statistics, the number of people, the number of homestead, the number of what. We use it as statistic, but then they use it as a calendar. Takwim. Now let's look at the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. How do we say it in Arabic? The first Monday is at Nain. Nain. At Nain. Monday. Tuesday is Al-Tulata. Al-Tulata. When you want to say Tuesday. And Monday, to them, is second day of the week. That's why it's called Nain. Tuesday is Tulata. Tulata is closer to Talata. Third. Talata and Tulata. They're closer. Wednesday is Arabia. In fourth in Arabic is called Arba. And here we see Arabia. Thursday is Al-Hamis. Al-Hamis. Thursday. Friday is Al-Juma. Al-Juma. Friday. Saturday is Al-Sabt. Al-Sabt. Saturday. Then Sunday is Al-Had. Al-Had. When I want to someone do, I can say Yakum, do, Yakum. When I want to tell someone go, I say Yadhab, Yadhabu, Yadhab. I believe we are together. Now let's look at profession. Profession. The profession that we come across daily. Teachers. How do we say teacher in Arabic? It's called muallim. If she's a lady, you say muallima. You know Arabic language, every word conforms to gender. There are words that they are female in nature and there are words that are male in nature. And when you are talking about things that are men, and in the next video, I shall be telling you how to write them. And we'll see, you'll spot the difference. When you are talking about women, it's called adihi. Adihi. And when you are talking about men, it's other. So, even in profession, it takes that order. When you are talking about a female teacher, you say mualima. And when you are talking about a male, it's muallim. Muallim, muhalima. Okay? So, I was telling you about things that conform. Anything that ends with a takes a form of a female. In Arabic language, sayara, sayara is a car. Tayara is a flight. Anything, kura, adihi kura, it is a female in nature. And anything that does not end with a take a form of a male. So we have teacher, we have doctor. A doctor is called tabib. A doctor. Engineer, the same way, muhandis. When you want to talk about an engineer, it's called muhandis in Arabic. And those profession, when someone asks you what is your profession, is when tamalu, when tamalu. Then you say amalu muhandis, hamalu muhallim, hamalu tabib. So you just take that order. Now let's look at things. How do we say a tree in Arabic? We say shajara. I know you have come across this. A tree in Arabic is called shajara. What about fruit? We are being told to at least take a fruit. What about orange? How do we call an orange? An orange in Arabic is called burtu kala. Burtu kala. How do we call apple? An apple a day keep a doctor away. How do we call an apple in Arabic? It's called tufaha. Arabic. And how do you call a sheep? A sheep. Just a sheep. Just a bigger vessel that float on water is called safira. How do you call the door? How do you call the door in Arabic? It's called bab. How do you call water? I need water. Where in Maya? Where's water? Food, akil. Biryani, akil. All these are food. And I want us now to look at building. Building, sometimes we may confuse and call all buildings Beit, but that is not the correct position. When we are in a place like Pipeline, where there are so many tall buildings, those are not called Beit, they are called Imara. The tall buildings, they are called Imara. They are not called Beit, they are called Imara. A Beit is just an house, a small house. is what called house, or you can call it manzil or beit. But those tall buildings, they're called imara. I've talked about the seat. The chair is called kursi. I've talked about shirt. It's called kamis. The lion is called asad. When you see a lion, in Arabic it's called Assad. Former president of Syria was called Assad. Assad is simply a lion. Assad. A mad person. How do you call a mad person? It's called Majinun. And this is the name that Africans are called in Middle East. You hear people Majinun. Majinun is simply a mad person. Majinun. That is the name of a mad person. We have kitab, we have kalam, we have all those, kura. Now, before, how do we say before? It's called amam. The man is standing before you, or that car is before you. How do we say that? The car is before you. Sayara, amam. Sayara, amam. The car before. Inter. Now the phone. How do we call the phone? In Arabic it's called jawal. The phone is called jawal. When I want to tell someone this is my phone, it's called jawal. Jawal. What about television? It's called tilfaz. Television is called tilfaz. Tilfaz. What about refrigerator? How do we call it? Refrigerator is called talaja. It's called talaja. Now you want to order a taxi. How do you call a taxi in Arabic? It's called al-ujra. Al-ujra. I have an headache. How do I say I have an headache? Bisuda. When I have fever. Now it's the coldest season in Kenya. How do we say I have a fever? How do I say I have a fever? I say bihuna. Bihuna. Like when I'm okay, I say bi khair. Bihuna. When I'm okay, I say bi khair. I say that there are big hospitals called mustashfa. What about the clinics? What about the chemists? What about those small dispensary? How do we call them? They are called aliada. 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 They are in our neighborhoods that are not having that capacity to maybe offer advanced services. They are called aliada. Take a rest. When you are told take a rest, how do I say it? I say rahatak. When someone is going for vacation, they say rahatak. I'm taking a rest. I'm taking a rest. Now, let's look at someone. You want to tell someone good night. Good night. How do you say good night, my friend? Good night, my friend. Tasbir ala hayyar. Tasbir ala hayyar abibi. Tasbir ala hayyar rafiki. Tasbir ala hayyar sadiki. My friend. Tasbir ala hayyar. Good night, my friend. I know people have been, the word alhamdulillah, we have been using it more of religion. But in Arabic, it's just, I'm doing fine. Alhamdulillah. When you want to say sight, how do I say sight? It's called alama. Thank you, shukran. When I want to say bad, this thing is so bad, how do I say it? I say sahi. Sahi. Something good, sahid. Something good, sahid. Now you want to tell your wife she's beautiful. How do you say in Arabic? Your wife is beautiful. How do you say? You say Jamila. Jamila. Jamila is something beautiful. Jamila. Something ugly. How do you say? Something very, very ugly. You say Basiha. Basiha. Basiha means something very, very ugly. Something very easy to do. You say Sahil. Sahil. Something very, very easy. Sahil. What about something very difficult? Something that is beyond your comprehension. You are struggling to do it, to execute it. It's called sab. Sab, very difficult. What about things that are very far from you? That you extend your hand and you cannot reach. There are things that are called bahid. And things that are very close, like this bottle of water. I can access it. It's called karib. Karib. Very near, karib. But very far, bahid. Bahid, karib. Bahid, karib. Okay? Something small. Very, very small. Very tiny. Very tiny. Very small. How do we say this thing is very small? It's sagir. Sagir. Very tiny, very small. Sagir. What about something big? Something big. That's why you hear bosses. They are called Mudir Kabir. Mudir is someone senior. Maybe Mudir can be your supervisor. Your manager is Mudir Kabir. MP can be Mudir. The president is Mudir Kabir. Something big, something massive, something sublime, something that is massive is called Kabir. Mudir Kabir. Mudir Kabir. Mudir Kabir. Now when we hear Assalam Alaikum, Assalam Alaikum is a word that should be expressed by everyone. Assalam Alaikum. And I can break it down to you. For you. Assalam Alaikum simply means peace be upon you. Allah in Arabic is above, up. Anything Allah. Like this kitab, Allah Tawila. This kitab, Allah, kitab Allah Tawila. The book is on top of the table. That is Allah. Allah. Mean is from. That's why when you look at the flight of Abu Dhabi, is Abu Dhabi mean dunya. From Abu Dhabi to the world, mean. From mean. I'll find time and I'll teach you all this. When you want to respond, how do we say? Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum. In Arabic, when you want to say and, is wa. Like the book, the chair, the what, you can just word wa kitab, wa kalam, wa kursi, wa tilfaz, wa jamila, wa fatma, wa is just and. You can keep on. That is what we can cover today. And I can only say tamam, good. I believe you have learned. I believe now you know one or two Arabic language. And if you desire to know more, get in touch with me, drop a text, give me a call, 0725 102 528. 0725 102 528. And if you like, you are touched and you like to support this program, you are highly welcome. You can channel your love gift through M-Pesa number 0725 102 528. 0725 102 528. Don't forget, YouTube Channel is Erick Sublime, ERICK SUBLIME. Erick Sublime remain our address. I love you so much. See you in the next teaching. Masalam. Masalam in Arabic is bye-bye. See you tomorrow. Masalam.